What is this Rio reset specifically about? What do they really want to do here? And do they publish it? And are they telegraphing to us what they're really all about? Because I'm concerned about what you just said. If they somehow gather to find an alternate currency besides the US dollar, boy, that would really undermine the dollar, and we'll talk about the effects of that down the road. But is it only about the dollar, or are they framing this in something else?
Look, they're looking to reduce our influence on a global scale ultimately, and this isn't hyperbole. Whether they lead with an official announcement, probably not. They're as much as possible looking to do this under the radar. I don't think an official announcement benefits the BRICS. However, the move in this direction is to reduce the dollar's potency on an international level. And this isn't just hyperbole. They're creating institutions, as you mentioned, a rival to the World Bank, rival credit rating agencies, and physical systems, right? They've got thousands of miles of undersea cables to move away from the Western-dominated financial system. So this is happening. It's been created. The more transactions that go through, the more the dollar's position as global reserve currency is under threat. But this is happening today. The cables are there, the systems are there, the institutions are there. It is happening.
And this is really important. This question is very important. The relevance. What does it matter if this group of nations start their own, financial system, their own currency? Tell us how it would matter to the folks watching right now.
Yeah, it's a great question, probably the most important one. Look, global reserve currency gives us what we call in the US exorbitant privilege, right? It has allowed cheap borrowing thanks to global demand for our currency, massive control over global financial flows. In essence, the US today has veto power over any nation's ability to engage in international trade. Global reserve currency status has allowed the federal government to amass huge amounts of debt without facing immediate collapse. It's enabled American capital markets to dominate the globe. It's ultimately made us the wealthiest nation in world history. It's hard to overstate how important global reserve currency status is. The dollar is a currency, but it's also our most potent weapon. Losing that status ultimately would mean, I think, persistently higher inflation, a massively weaker economy, and an end of our ability to call the shots, to project power worldwide. And I think that's a big part of what the Rio reset is about. It's to hamstring us on the international stage.